Show. My name is Kate Hansen. So you guys have been following us all around the world. We've been to Canada. We were in Austria this year, Latvia, Germany, and now we have found ourselves in Switzerland. And let me tell you something, athletes love coming to Moritz. It's so beautiful. It's an incredible mountain town, a huge vacation tourist spot, and I'm going to show you a little bit as to why it's kind of a special stop on the World Cup circuit. We're not in just some, we're not in the forest here. We're in like a primo spot of Europe. So to start, we had a beautiful panel. Here's just a casual palace over here. You can't see, but there's a Rolls Royce right behind me. We've got a taxi that's trying to run into us right now because he's got places to be. But just right here, this window shopping, you know the song, You a Window Shop, this is what it was about. So we've got Gucci, we've got Dior, Louis Vuitton is down there. It's just fun and it's different, and this is where not only athletes like to come, but people around the world. So it just gives a little different spice and flair. And I wish I was wearing my leg warmers, and I wish I was a little more prepared to show you just the kind of wealth and the kind of tourism and vacation. And I just want to show you this one last piece. Just let me give you an idea of of what Moritz is putting out for us. We have this incredible velvet rope and ice sculpture, just beautiful. They really are catering to the right demographic, aka me, because I only operate with ice sculptures in my shot. So anyways, Moritz has just been an incredible stop for a lot of these athletes and coaches, and we just want to show you the town and what makes it so fun. So that's your FIL Studio a little bit. We've got a lot more stuff coming for you this weekend.
Winterland, tell me all your secrets. Fill me in on your wildest moment. When I get there, I'll let my feet roll. Right out of this wicked black and into bright sand, straight toward the warm sun and into his hands. When I get there, I'll let my feet roll. When I get there, I'll break in your arms, I'll lose control. When I get there, I'll know the answer. Let me know when I get closer.
All right, good look at the finish. He's just looking at me like this. It's just so nice to be here. The sun in my face. Everybody's still hanging out. It's different because there's not a lot of space at the top of the track. So everybody's hanging out at the bottom of the track. So we're gearing up for the women's second run. We can hear the announcer at the track telling us what's going on. So currently we've got Latvia, Germany, USA with our top three. And so the women are hanging out and they are warming up and getting ready. So Bree is in the booth. I don't know if Leon's there, but what did you guys think of that first run? Maybe we're having some technical difficulties. Okay, well, give us a second. We're getting...
Okay, we'll try again here. So Leon, Kate was asking about the first heat, which is incredibly tight. There is just about 200 separating place 1 through 3 there with Candia, Anna, and Emily. So, but also your teammates are just behind that by 100 that with Diana then in 5th. So what do you think about the second heat, what the key's going to be?
I'm not sure what's the key going to be. It's for sure having a clean run, first of all, and I think the conditions will change a bit, so maybe tweak some sled stuff to make it optimal for these ice conditions. And yeah, I think it's just important to have a really strong start and good lines, and then you're all set for having a great second run and a great result in the end.
Yeah, Kate, Leon was telling me between runs here that the men actually did big changes between their heats yesterday because the track nearly changes completely every hour.
Yeah, that's fascinating because it's really just so different. But I'm curious, and I know Leon can't hear me, so for all the viewers watching, Bree can hear me, so she'll have to repeat the questions. But were there any mistakes from the top 6 people? Like, is there time in the run? Because they're all only separated by 1/10 of a second.
You know, because this race is so tight, just 1/10 of a second between the top 6, did you see any mistakes from the first run that people will be fixing?
I think we haven't seen a perfect run from anybody here, so there's always room to make up for that. And if somebody's having a perfect run, I think she can make up some spots and potentially move up into the medal spots here, because it's so close.
Yeah, Candia, who's in the lead, Kate, she even came up and shaking her head.
Exactly.
She must have had some problems that we couldn't see, little skids that she's looking to
and I've
fix.
talked to a bunch of girls in between runs now, and they all said it's really slippery today. That's why we have seen so many problems out of the long left corner Devil's Dyke and then skidding into Nameless. And we haven't seen that yesterday from the doubles nor the men. So I think it's just a little bit slippier than it was yesterday and in training as well.
Interesting. Well, I guess we'll have to see for the second run. Talbot's, obviously, you guys put your bets on her. What are we thinking now about that bet?
She said, obviously, we put our bets on Talbot's. What are we thinking now about that bet? Well, it's just 300s that she's out of the win.
Exactly, yeah. She picked up a lot of time at the bottom, as we expect her to do. But obviously, the other girls showed some great speed as well. So I'm not too sure about that anymore.
All right. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. We're a few minutes out. I was hearing you a little bit and then I wasn't hearing you, but I'll let you guys get ready for that second run. So we'll see. So not everyone's had a perfect run, like Leon said. So what happens between these runs is these athletes will look at their time sheets. I wish I had times in front of me right now. But they'll be looking at their times and thinking, okay, I lost time here, I gained time here. And they're trying to think, how can I make my run faster? Like, what did I do wrong in that first run that I can fix for that second run? So I don't know. It's I'm remembering when I was competing, you're like drilling your head. You're like, I should have been earlier here or later here. And especially because this track is so long, every little mistake can really build up into a lot of time. So I wouldn't be surprised if, I don't know, it's such tight racing. I wouldn't be surprised if everybody switched positions or if Candia ended up winning. And it also depends on, a lot of the times the coaches are looking at the ice conditions and thinking what would be best for our sled. Like what is our athlete going to be fastest on? And so they're adjusting a ton of things. So there's some of the trucks, I don't know if you can see, but there's a coach walking over here with one of the sleds. And then there's all these sled trucks back there where the coaches are inside working on the steels, getting them pasted and ready to go. So we're just a few minutes away from the World's Feed. We're going back into the second run for women. This is day 2 in Moritz, and then we're going to have our relay shortly right after. So everybody hang out. I hope you're having as good a day as everyone else is here. This is so rare. We never see people out on the finish. This just isn't, I just love it. Hey, hi Caroline, hanging out up there. We never get people hanging out because it's always like dreary and it's cold and I'm never in jeans or my leg warmers. I was really trying to bring the vibe today with Moritz. I was just feeling fancy, and it's just nice outside. So I'm going to stop babbling. We're just a few minutes away, so everyone go grab a coffee. If you're watching from the States, you're up in the middle of the night. If you're watching from Canada, so everyone switch over to the World's Feed, and we'll see you after the second run for the women.